Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. I think today I want to do some work in our Nether Hub, and that is to say, I want to basically completely redesign the Nether Hub. And it's high time that I start working on some of these actual Nether tunnels and things like that. Our Nether transportation network for the new world for Season 2 stuff is pretty terrible. It's kind of laughable, actually. So I have a design that I came up with, and the first step is going to be to basically take this room, get rid of everything that's currently here, and essentially turn this into a 35 by 35 area, and then 15 blocks tall. So it's going to be a lot bigger, and it's going to have a lot more pathways, and I think it's just going to look better in general. So, yeah, I got a bit of digging to do. Let me get to it. All right, guys, I am back. I have finished digging this area out. I hear a ghast. I finished digging this out, and you can see from digging it what a size difference. Oh, yeah, what a size difference this is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a lot bigger than the previous one. But what I need to do now is I need to go and gather a bunch of resources. I think I probably have most of what I need to start actually building. But I'm going to need a lot more wood. It's going to be essentially like an all-wood Nether Hub, except for a couple spots where there's going to be glass covering up concrete. I think it's going to look really good. But yeah, I have a lot of grinding to do to get the stuff ready, and also I'm probably gonna have to redig some of these pathways for where the doors are gonna go, or maybe we'll be able to make it work with what we already have dug out. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll modify the design a little bit so it lines up better. I thought I had more space going up before I hit the bedrock ceiling, but that is not the case. So yeah, I'll probably end up playing around with a little bit. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get back to work. I'll have a progress update for you shortly. One real quick note about the squid farm that we built over the last couple episodes. There's a lot of people saying, hey, your squid farm's going to break in 1.13.1. My friends, we're in 1.13.1. The squid farm is working perfectly fine. The whole reason we had to build the squid farm was because of the changes in 1.13.1. This whole thing is in a river biome. So this farm was designed and made specifically for the 1.13.1 changes to squid. It's gonna work just fine. All right, guys, I am back. I'm just running back from a distance away because there were so many pigmen. It was absurd. So I wanted to run away to get out of distance and make them all despawn. So anyway, I've been doing some work. We've got kind of the walls in place. I tore down most of the previous Nether Hub. I'm leaving the portal here for now. And I've got kind of these like pathways sort of laid out. So there's going to be 4 central platforms or pathways that lead into tunnels. And then in each of these corners up here, there's going to be another like doorway, right? So we can basically have 3 tunnels branching out per wall, and there'll be like a staircase kind of leading up like here-ish on each of these walkways that'll lead you up to like a larger platform up here so that you can go through the portal. So it's getting there. You know, we're making progress. We're slowly getting to where we need to be. I'm going through quite a lot of wood because you can see lots of dark oak here. And this will all be lit up eventually. And it's also important that basically it's all spawn proof. There's going to be a couple like spawnable areas like right here where we're standing right now. But other than that, it should be completely safe, and you're not going to get a ghast spawning in here. And that's the big thing, is we don't want anything that, you know, if there's a pigman here and there, okay, whatever. As long as you don't have ghast that can pop in and blow your stuff up, it's all good. So that's kind of the plan. Remember that we do also play with fire tick off in this world. So we'll probably end up doing some lighting with fire, which I think will be kind of cool. To do that in an all-wooden Nether Hub. That's something that you just couldn't do without Fire Tick. And I play with Fire Tick because it opens up a lot of building possibilities like that. rather than, it's not a difficulty thing. It's really just like I want the building options to do things with fire that I couldn't normally do. So yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. And I think as far as the portal goes, let's just grab some spruce slabs here. We're gonna want the portal like down in here somewhere. I think we want this main portal right in the dead center. So I think we're gonna kind of go out like that and sort of make like a circular area for it, if that makes sense. Here and here, right? Yeah. So that'll leave us a pretty big spot, and then the portal itself will go right here, I think. Something like that. And then, yeah, that should be big enough, because it'll be much like this one. It'll be fairly tall, but yeah, that should do. I may even want to expand that a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. But the big thing is we need to get a walkway around all of this. So we're gonna go. Let's grab some dark oak stairs. If we pop down here, we'll have like a dark oak border on this whole thing, and it'll kind of come and wrap around like so, right? I don't want to do it right here just the second, because this is my little staircase up. But basically, we'll have, by using the stairs and the slabs, we can create spawn-proof areas that still look fairly good and still incorporate different levels of depth and stuff like that into the floor. All the stuff that's down here, you're not going to see this. This is all going to be covered up by either slabs like we have up here, or I'm actually going to have like some kind of glass bits that'll also prevent spawns and will kind of fill this space as well. As for where the main pathways go, these tunnels, these were my original nether tunnels, and I only need to drop them down by about 3 blocks. And honestly, when I design a nether tunnel, I'm going to want more space than that. I'm going to have to dig that bit out anyway. So I think it's going to be fine. It's going to be a little bit of work to dig out all these tunnels, but it'll be worth it in the end when the time comes. That's not something we're going to do today. We're not going to be making all those nether tunnels today, because that's like hours upon hours of work because of how long this tunnel is that goes to the old world. It's like, I want to say it's about 1,000 blocks. It's quite a distance. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to keep plugging away at this. We're making progress, though. We're finally getting to where we want to be, and at this point, it's just a matter of, you know, doing a little bit more with the walls. We're ultimately going to, all these little spots here that would be spawnable, we're going to put dark oak slabs up there. This cross beam is going to kind of come over to here and here, as will these ones. And then these beams are going to kind of come all the way across until we meet like a central area here. And we'll fill in the ceiling with slabs and stuff. There's still a lot left to do. All right, guys, I am back. I've been working on some of these little platforms and walkways that kind of lead up to the higher levels, like up here, for example. And I've built 2 of them so far, and I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and build one of them together, because it's not super difficult. So basically, I just kind of marked out the spot where they're going to go first on the central pathways. And then from there, it's just a matter of basically bringing a staircase up. So we'll just kind of go up. Oop, misplaced that. We'll just kind of go up like so until we hit this pillar. Notice I also marked out where the doors are going to go beforehand, because that makes it a lot easier. And then we do the same on this side. And there we go. And then we'll go over to here and do essentially what we just did, but coming up from the other angle. There we go. Put that one in. And then last but not least, we do this one first. We're basically just putting in the framework so that we know where our outline goes. And then from here, we're going to do that. So now that that's done, I'm going to need more slabs, more spruce slabs specifically. Let me grab some spruce logs. Let's just go like that. There we go. Should be good on everything else. So then here, we're going to go spruce slabs and spruce stairs coming up like so. Oh, wrong side. Here. There we go. And then at this level, this is all going to be slabs. And these slabs are on the lower half of the block to prevent anything from being able to spawn up here. There we go. And good. Okay, so that one's good. And then we just need to put in this staircase here as well. And there, that is one little section all kind of good to go. Now, the other thing we can do, now that we have easy access to it, it's pretty simple to just kind of go through and do these little cross beams and stuff like that. You can see some of them I have slabbed, like over there. Those ones do have slabs on them. Some of these I haven't yet. But eventually all this, everything that would normally be a spawnable spot will have a spawn or a slab on it or something to prevent anything from being able to spawn inside the main kind of chamber. The other thing that I want to do while we're here is I want to go 1, 2, and right there. I want to kind of bring that down. And we're going to make essentially like a support beam that kind of comes down and supports these upper platforms, like a pillar, if you will. So it doesn't look like they're just floating in the air. And we're going to do it in kind of like a little addition sign, a little plus sign. So something like that. And then last, I want to grab some stairs and bring those around. Now this will all get slabbed. We'll be putting slabs at this level, but I'm going to save that for last because it's really not that important that it happens right this second. I'll do that as one of the last things that I do. I'd rather get as much of this done as quickly as possible so we can start preventing all these stupid pigmen from spawning everywhere. Plus there are ghast. There are areas in here right now that can spawn ghasts, so I want to deal with that part of it as quickly as I possibly can. But yeah, those are the upper platforms. We still need lighting. We still need to do our ceilings. Still got to do the details on the walls, and we still got to do kind of these areas here to prevent them from being spawnable as well. But we are making progress. All right, guys, I am back, and a lot of progress has been made. I've got the ceiling in place. I've got a couple of these support beams. I still need to fix these little ends right here. They're going to come down like this one, and we're actually going to hang chandeliers from them to provide a little bit of lighting. I still need to move the portal down and get rid of this like little platform thing. I think I'm going to elevate the portal just a little bit, but not a lot. So that still needs to be done. I still need to get the glass in place here, but I've got all of the platforms in place, all of the walkways in place, ceilings done, and it's looking good. So I think my next step is probably going to be, let's see. So our glass is going to go at this level. And if we, what I want to do is take these dark oak stairs and kind of bring them over like so. So then what we're going to need to do is underneath, we're going to have to put more, I'm going to need to go gather more dark oak. I think that was the last of my dark oak right there. But basically, we'll just kind of bring this down. And this is going to be the level our glass goes at. And we can kind of get behind here, and then underneath the glass, we're gonna have white concrete, I think. I think that'll look really nice. So we'll have basically like white stained glass and then white concrete underneath. And that'll make this spawn proof, and it'll also create kind of a cool effect, I think. And really make this kind of stand out a little bit. These areas here, they'll almost kind of glow or look a little bit misty. In a way, so kind of it's gonna be good. I do have a lot left to do, as I said, so yeah, we need to do the floors, and then also ultimately we're gonna have to get the lighting in place and all that kind of stuff too. But for now, I'm going to get back to this, and I'm probably gonna have to make a trip to go gather a little bit more dark oak here in the near future, because I think I just went through the last of my dark oak logs. So yeah, that's the plan. All right, guys, I am back. Check it out. The new Nether Hub is done. Other than, I mean, obviously we gotta like dig some of these tunnels and stuff, but it's done. It's finished. I'm super happy with it. It actually turned out really well. So I got some chandeliers for lighting up in the ceiling primarily. Each of the little doorways, let's call them doorways. Each of the little doorways has a couple of little like torch holders on it. To add some light that way. There is one little bit of fire hiding back here behind the pillar, so that when you're kind of looking over here, you get a little bit of a glow back there, which I think is cool. I really like the way the white glass looks on the white concrete, just to kind of, it really pops out. It makes it look kind of smoky, in my opinion, kind of like there's like mist, or steam or something rising up under this little section. And then obviously we have our various different doorways, and there's a lot of doorways here. I mean, you're talking 3 per side, so there's 9. Like that can branch out into a whole lot of different directions. So I'm quite happy with that. I think for a single player Nether Hub, like this is plenty. I actually designed this Nether Hub for Hermitcraft, as early on in, well, I mean, it is still early on in Hermitcraft Season 6, but I was just kind of throwing out ideas and sketching some things out in creative, and I actually designed this with the intent of maybe building it on Hermitcraft, but when I was finished designing it, I was like, it's not big enough and grand enough for Hermitcraft. But I think for a single-player world, it's fantastic. And I think it's really cool to build a Nether Hub basically all out of wood, which is not something you would normally see because of fire spread. But since we play with fire spread off, I think it works. So here's our big central portal. This goes to this goes to Bullstone, which is currently the only portal setup that's actually like in a kingdom in the Season 2 portion of the world. But now that we have this Nether Hub and the tunnels can branch out in every direction and all this other kind of stuff, I think we will probably create a portal for basically every kingdom from here on out. Just to make it a little easier, unless they're like right next to each other in the world, like Solus and Anona are back in the Season 1 portion of the world. But anyway, so yeah, this is the Nether Hub. I'm quite happy with it. I think it turned out really, really well. Alrighty, guys, I have returned. I am back. If you notice anything a little bit different about my gear or my levels or anything like that, don't worry about it. You'll see all about it next episode through the power of wibbly wobbly timey-wimey video editing and backlogging and things. We'll talk about that next time. But I want to jump into the comment or question of the day. And this one is from Wyatt Davis, who says you can get bone meal from fish as of the 1.13.1 update. So we've been working on, or we were working, last episode anyway, we were finishing up the squid farm over here. And the squid farm produces squid ink, which is great, but it also produces cooked salmon. And some of those salmon are going to end up dying and dropping bone meal instead of salmon. So this thing is going to be producing bone meal. However, I have much, much better sources of bone meal in this world, namely a giant mob farm that works really well. So I think I'm just going to leave it be. Remember that any excess items, anything that doesn't go into the item filters and into these chests automatically gets destroyed. So any bone meal will just automatically get destroyed anyway. And I think that's fine. The amount of bone meal that we'd actually get from this is so small that it really isn't a huge deal that I'm wasting it. Like, I don't, it doesn't bother me that's going to waste. And honestly, we have much better sources, and I would just destroy, I'd rather just destroy it. So yes, this farm will technically produce bone meal in very small amounts, because I think it's only a 5% chance that the salmon will drop bone meal instead of something else. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it. But unfortunately, guys, I'm out of time for this episode. I know the episode itself has been a little bit of a shorter one, but this was a 2-day project, roughly, and most of it was just stuff that really isn't good for video content, like digging holes and filling in walls, stuff like that. Lots of grindy, tedious stuff that didn't really make it into the final video. But anyway, we have fun stuff planned for the future. So yeah, guys, I think that is going to do it for me. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.